But let's take a look at first the play call, to me, that hit just a little bit different.
This one hit different.
Our play call this week is going to be centered around goal line. Goal line? What? A play where you're on the half-yard line? Brandon, are you nuts? Like, any team can get a half yard when they need it. Why are you featuring that play? Because we all very well know that this team couldn't get a half a yard if their life was on the line. We know that about them this year. They've been unimaginative. They've been unable to get any kind of push off the line of scrimmage. It's been very stagnant prior to the snap, which is why I love this play so very much. And what you get right from the gate is a little bit of the old horrors on the surface of it, on the window dressing of it, of what Grubb has given us throughout this season. A real heavy goal line look. Everyone in the house on this play right now knows Seattle is not going to throw it. Who are they going to throw it to? 3 tight end look, no wide receivers. You have 4 tight end look, technically speaking, because Brady Russell's in your backfield. You got Barner, you got Fant, you got Farrell Brown there also at the line of scrimmage. This is screaming to everyone in the stadium, even to those people up in the 300s in the back of the 300 section that can't see, they're going to run it. And they're probably going to run it right up the middle. That's what this is telling the defense instantaneously as they walk up to the line of scrimmage. But then we get a little bit of that grubby action. And what is it? I'm going to chop this up into a couple different points of this play, in 2 points, because I want to show this first and foremost what's going on off of these adjustments. Look at all of this movement. Look at all of this, just this guy here, that guy there, redirect by Barner. And then it's 3 simple movements. You're going to a split backfield, boom, boom. Barner goes into motion, but look at what it's doing with the Cardinals. You get to the point with the Cardinals here where you've got this guy up here. Look at him, how he's pointing. Look at how he's panic pointing here. Look. This is what you want from a defense late. You want them late, just like that guy there is at the top of your screen. You want them late, trying to handle all of their communication. You got that. You're over here. You get to the, over here. No, he's over here. And then, God forbid, you might have a couple players communicate 2 different separate things by what they're reading in the moment. So you take this from a simplistic read of this is going to end up in the B gap, or this is going to end up in the A gap, or on the other side. We think it's pretty easy to see this is where you're going to be. Charbonnet is kind of more power back than he is get to the edge guy. We can read it this way. You take it from that to split backfield. Oh, wait, is this, and Charbonnet now leaves the backfield. Go, well, you're not going to give it to the tight end. Wait, what are they doing now? Budda Baker gets pulled a little bit wider here. Budda Baker, who's a monster in the run game, who you're worried about in the run game. This is a key point, is looking also at where Baker is and him trying to communicate back over to the top side of the screen. I know I'm belaboring this just a little bit, but this is the key point of running all of this pre-snap motions and these shifts, is that you force the defense into this communication that they have to do. And oftentimes you're going to leave them in a spot where they're not really prepared or ready for what you're really running at the end of the day. In my opinion here, Budda Baker's not. Watch Budda Baker, number 3 here, the lineman who moved out aligned into the slot with Charbonnet. So when you adjusted to the slot, he's the guy that guided out here. Now watch how he's just a half step slow to getting over to Charbonnet on the end around. See that? Versus if you have him up here in the line of scrimmage and he can help out get in the A and the B gap and he can help clean, muck all that up in there and make it more of a pile of bodies. You've pulled him out of the screen. You've got him looking at the line of scrimmage, and that's a little bit to me of an uncertainty on what he's going to be doing or what he thinks Seattle's looking to do here. I think you caught them off guard with this, but look at how late he is to get over there. Just that little step gives Charbonnet that full freedom to get in at that point. And everybody else, of course, blocks it up wonderfully. When you create the numbers game to this side, when you've pivoted him over here, look at what you've also done. Everything's clogged in down here, right? Tight sets, tight splits here. 1, 2, 3, 4 guys right here. Just do shoulder to shoulder. But then you see there's some space here, right? 2 guys out here wide to this edge. Now you've brought by the split backfield here, Brady Russell to that side. So you've got almost a 4-on-2 here. You're obviously going to peel some guys down to the second level, but you like that numbers game to that fly sweep, don't you? Especially if you can get Budda Baker to be a beat late, getting back across the scheme. And that's what you get. Pile of bodies. I mean, Noah Fant gets blown up on this play. Charbonnet's got to reroute in the backfield and get around him because he gets kind of blown up. It's a good recovery by Fant because he ends up mirror blocking him and just kind of pivoting around it so that he doesn't give the defender a pathway to getting to the ball carrier. But everybody else lays their block, and you always have that numbers game and how you've created the shifts prior to the snap. You come out in one alignment, you move to something else to give yourself an advantage prior to the snap, and you help yourself in moments where you've struggled like we have down along the goal line. Brilliant play call there by Grubb, but really something that we can build upon and do more of, I think, this season is leaning more into those shifts, more of that misdirection, even some of the stuff that you did in that gap scheme in this game, the counter stuff. stuff had a lot of misdirection built within it. And I think this really is a struggle for these defenses to get all of their communication up to point, right up to the snap. When you challenge them in that way versus coming out there, you're in a goal line, you're stagnant, you've got your fullback, and you're just trying to, we're not going to confuse you. We're just going to be big boy football about it and, bash your brains in because we're just that tough and big. It just doesn't work that way in the NFL. If they know you're running, they know where you're running. Even if they don't have the best of, let's say, personnel, they can still stop you. They can still find a way to get some penetration back there because you're giving them kind of a cheat on the play.